Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to 9 new episode. Again, that name just does not roll off the tongue very well. It really confuses me. In the last video, we jumped into one of 4 branches that we need to revisit to, I guess, just kind of oversee things as I think we're in the good ending route. Maybe, I think we are. We're in the route that was technically the good ending in episode 1, which means I'm assuming that we'll be doing the same for episode 2, episode 3, and wherever we left off in episode 4. And right now we're looking for a user. We found the user, we just needed information on them, which Sophie, she was doing her regular profiling as we've seen through the series, and it looks like we're ready to go here. And I've decided that I will go in order of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to jump around or anything. I think it makes sense to just go in order here. But yeah, let's jump right back into it. Just as she promised, it didn't take Sophie long before she found out the user's identity. By Sophie's account, she's the same age as me, her ability is unknown, and she seemed to be either really confused or really annoyed. One of the two, right? Apparently, Sophie was going to try to reach out to the girl herself because she seemed like she would hand over the artifact relatively easily, but...
多分だけどあの子、自分の常識の外にある事象を受け止められないタイプね。私の姿を見たら面倒なことになりそう。こちらの世界の人間との接触は控えたくもあるし。あなたたちに任せるわ。うまくやってちょうだい。
She's the informed one. She's been through this shit, I'm sure. And that's what she said. Taking the ambrosia from Sophie, we all decided to go meet the girl. This time by train, of course. Yeah, we did a lot of walking in the last video. Also, in the last video, we wrapped up everything from the bad end of episode 1, which we needed to revisit in order to have our face-off against Yoichi and tie up the loose ends that I guess we had with Kujo, I think. I don't really know what we accomplished, but all is good now. And we saw a really good side out of Kujo, I think. It really helped her character. We got off at the nearest station and headed toward the house that Sophie looked up. It was an attractive single-family house. According to Sophie, her parents were currently out, and only she herself was home. Convenient. Oh, I love plot convenience. Though I had a hunch that a bunch of strangers suddenly showing up on her doorstep would freak her out. And that's why we decided to let the mild-mannered Miyako do all the talking instead of me, since I give off the most intimidating vibe. She buzzed the intercom, and after a few seconds, a slightly deep female voice answered back. Miyako introduced herself and told her, "I've come to talk about the bizarre piece of jewelry that you have." A moment of silence fell upon us. Just as we started to worry if our visit was too impromptu, or if it made her wary, the front door opened with a click. Maybe she did have reservations in her mind, but her desire to do something about her situation beat them out. She invited us inside and asked for an explanation. We tried to not to end up confusing her, but just as Sophie said, she didn't seem able to wrap her head around our story, despite her own first-hand experience. No, maybe she didn't want to wrap her head around it. However, once we told her how to break the contract, we got a bite, much to our surprise. She pleaded for us to tell her how. As soon as I told her I had medicine and pulled it out of my bag, she snatched it out of my hand and guzzled it down without even asking for an explanation. No way. There's no way. This ability, whatever she's had, it must have been such an inconvenience. There's no way that anyone would just go and do that. That is a very big risk. Okay, let's say something's going on in your life, a health issue, and, a group of random-ass people come up to you, and for some reason they can totally, understand what you're going through, and they told you, yeah, we've got medicine to, clear it up right away. Would you just snatch the medicine and just guzzle it down? Would you not hesitate? I guess it's kind of situational. The medicine took longer to take effect if you, if you drank it instead of injecting it. There was also a chance of her suddenly passing out, so it would have been better for her to lie down first. I tried to scramble to tell her, but I wasn't sure if she was listening or not. Now, she had other plans. That being said, it was out of our hands now. We left the cleanup after the annulment of the contract to Sophie and headed back home. I don't know why, but that word almost gave me a goddamn stroke. I guess I should let you guys know that I went on a bit of a lengthy run before all of this, so I am a little bit out of breath, and here I am getting right back to it. To be honest, I find this kind of anticlimactic. Yeah, I know. Like, what else do we have here in this branch to do? Doesn't feel right to just go home like this either. So on that note, I decided to grab lunch with everyone.
いや、けどじゃないか。あっさり終わるのが一番いいな。
I mean, it is. I mean, this game has a lot of realistic scenarios, but, like, I don't know, this one felt a little weird.
精神的にかなり参っていたようね。見ず知らずの人間から渡された薬を何も疑わずに飲んでしまうんだもの。気持ちわかるかも。私も最初は受け入れられなくて先生に相談したくらいだし。先生？さつきちゃん？うん、そう。お祓いしてくれませんかって。
Yeah, I kind of forgot a bit about that because every episode began after that moment.
恥ずかしいね。あの時はとても不安で。私もです。力がうまく扱えなくてとんでもないことになってしまって。逆ハーレムですね、逆ハーレム。どうしてあんな妄想を。
Yeah, don't tease her.
そろそろ薬が効いてきた頃かしら。
どうだろうな。注射すると一瞬で効くんだけど。
もうしばらくかかりそうね。
Really? Sophie shows up eventually. She sits on the edge of the table looking more mini-sized than usual.
そばにいなくてもいいの？
平気よ。ちゃんと見ているから。話しておきたいことがあるの。すべきことを終えていないから後日にしようと思ったのだけど、都に伝えるのが一番早いみたいだから。
Oh yeah? What does she have going on?
なんでしょうか？
別の枝でユーザーを見つけたの。今回のことは別のね。
Huh.
こちらの枝での確認はまだだけど、観測して得た情報によれば、最近急に話題になった学生社長。
I mean, I do remember in episode 3 and 4, I think also in 4, it was the same epilogue situation that they were going after somebody.
ああ、直接会ったことは。
Yeah, that.
でも、ちょっと前にパーティーの招待状が届いたの。パーティー？すごい、セレブ。
そのパーティーに乗り込んで探っていたみたいね。その彼女がユーザーかどうか。
探る？
探知のアーティファクトを使えない枝の話よ。
いちいち辛辣なんだよな。パーティーっていつ？
もう終わってたはず。
Wait, we missed it?
ダメじゃん。なんで早く教えてくれなかったんすか。
だって私、
You know, I do respect the consistency here, actually.
常に他の枝を観測しているわけでもないし、そもそもかけるならわかるはずでしょ。
ミーヤ、早く言えよ。
いや、全部あるわけじゃないんだよ、他の枝の記憶。てか知らないことの方が多いし。
I guess he's shared that knowledge with everybody.
オーバーロード使ってるの俺じゃねえし。
I guess it's the only way that he was able to get everybody together here.
どうぞ。
多分パーティー
In the one episode where everybody is like not together.
マジっすか。うん。定期的に行っているって招待状に書いてあったような。一度断っちゃってるし、また招待してもらえるかはわから
I
ない
mean,
け
it's
れ
worth
ど。
a shot.
みんなも参加できるようになんとかしてみる。おお、セレブのパーティーに緊張します。でも特定できているならパーティーに出席する必要はない。あ、そうだね。本当だ。
Yeah, but it's a party.
何かあれば相談してちょうだい。それじゃあね。
Goodbye, Sophie. Yeah, that party is a very consistent thing across branches. Sophie disappears, and not long after the food we ordered arrives. Everyone clasps their hands together before digging in. We talk about our next course of action as we eat.
次のターゲットは見つかったけれど、
単純に自由時間が少ないのはどうしようもないな。
しばらく無理のない範囲で進めて夏休みに頑張
Yeah,
る
I
のがい
was
い
gonna
か
mention
な
they'll have their summer break coming
だ
up.
な。
They'll be able to act a whole lot more.
ソフィーも急がなくていいって言ってたし。
じゃあ夏休みもみんなでそうね、毎日会うことになるかもしれない。
Oh yeah, she loves that.
めっちゃ嬉しそう。
私夏休み
It is nice to see her true character shining though. I really do like her
高
character.
坂先輩かわいいな。
Which is crazy because I'm pretty sure I was like very negative
ミヤ
of
コ
her
には
character
学
in
生
the
写真
very
の方を調べ
beginning.
てもらって、
Oh, how times have changed.
俺も探知の連動を上げて近場なら探しに行くけど、夏休みまではほどほどにって感じで。
異議なし。
了解。
わかりました。
てわけで、ひとまずお疲れ様でした。次回はいずれということで。
お疲れ様でした。
Everything wrapped up nice and neatly this time. Now let's pray that things moving forward end just as smoothly. I'm sure something is bound to come up though, right? I mean, there's a reason we're going through this story in the first place. Something is bound to come up. There's bound to be some difficulties, right?
できたよ。
お、ありがとう。
Omurice, and I have no idea how to properly pronounce that, loaded with vegetables. They both look great.
いただきま
Sorry
す。
guys, I'm not really a food
私も
connoisseur.
いただきます。
Not really a connoisseur with anything, but once I finish clasping my hands, I take my spoon and take a bite of the omurice.
うんも。
よかった。美味しくできてる。
I proceed to chow down. It's been 1 week since Sophie reported that she's safely reclaimed the artifact. We were hard at work last week and the week before that, so we're on break this week. I've decided to spend my time relaxing with Miyako. That being said, we still wind up landing on this topic.
アーティファクトの練習はどう？
ミヤコは大丈夫か？スティグマ。
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, enough time has passed. Miyako's eyes fall on the back of her own hand. Her stigma spread over her entire body when she installed her memories from the other branches.
色も変わったんだよな。
うん。変わってた。
I'm trying to remember what happened at the very end of episode 1's good ending, because her stigma did grow. I don't know if it necessarily changed colors, but could that have been her, I guess her body not handling the stigma and the powers any further, and she was kind of self-destructing? I think that was my, like, go-to prediction in the very beginning, but now that we know that you can kind of sync up with your abilities, like, a little bit more and figure out the true power behind them, things have changed a little bit there. Which means it's not going berserk, as stigma expanding and its color changing are symbols of awakening to your powers. But it's a bit concerning that it spread all at once.
大丈夫だよ。
Oh no, that is
別の枝の
huge
私が
alarm bells.
この力を使うために必要なことを教えてくれたから、何があっても揺れないし、迷わない。
Miyako smiles. She doesn't seem to be bluffing. In which case, I'd better stop worrying over nothing.
そうだ、パーティーの件なんだけど、
ああ、女社長の。
うん、回収するにはやっぱり参加しないとダメかも。
God damn.
すごく忙しいみたいだし、ボディーガードがずっと一緒なんだって。
Okay, well, yeah, nothing is
ボ
easy.
ディーガード。
能力を使って事業を拡大しているみたいだから、簡単には手放してくれないよね。
Oh yeah,
Sophie
her
に調べてもらった方がいいな。
ability was making her like more successful or some shit. I remember we heard something at the end of
万が
episode
一の
3.
時のために対策はしておかないとね。
まあでも別の枝では回収できてるみたいだし。
ちょっと気楽すぎるというか、気が早いかもしれないけれど。
ん？
かけるくん、お祭り好き？
ああ、好き好き。つくも神社の夏祭り、毎年行ってる。
I've never been to
じゃ
never been to a festival like what we've
今年は
seen
一緒に
here
行こう
in
か。
in anime and
8
such, but I guess I've been to festivals like general ones locally.
あ
I'd love to go to like a
つくも神社じゃ
big
な
ass
くて。
festival that's all Japanese style and shit though.
別の祭り？
来月にね、いろいろあるの。
ああ、
I guess that does
七夕
require me
祭り
to
とか。
be in a location that
So.
kind of fits that.
つくも神社のお祭りも行けたらいいなとは思ってるんだけど、その友達とかに会っちゃうかもだから、
You mean classmates?
二人で初めて行くお祭りは誰にも邪魔されずに楽しめたらいいなって。
She lowers her blushing face, fidgeting and pointlessly stirring her soup. That shy face is bound to make my heart skip a beat. No way I can turn her down now.
じゃあ来月行こう。二人きりで。
And we'll tell no one about it. Her chuckle beams with so much joy that I start to feel embarrassed, prompting me to pretend to be engrossed in my meal. We'll be doing that next month, so we'll have something to do, we'll have to do something about that party before then. However, I know it's not fair to the others, but I really can't wait to hit up a summer festival with Miyako. Hey, this is the Miyako Kujo episode after all. And holy shit, has time passed. Time is just going on and on and on. Are we already at the festival? I guess we're already at the festival.
人いっぱいだね。
Alright, nice. Why are they holding hands like that? Oh wait. Nope, that's normal, okay. Well, I don't know, that doesn't look normal. That looks weird. We walk together holding hands so as not to get separated. Yep, that's the only reason, I'm sure. There are rows of stalls with bright, colorful Tanabata decorations hanging about. The summer festival is here at long last. We actually haven't been able to attend that party yet. It wasn't a matter of us not being able to prepare in time, but simply because it wasn't held last month. The next scheduled party is at the end of July. Miyako already received the invitation, and we're going to be attending as well. Our target most likely won't be giving up her power so easily. We'll have to give it our all to deal with this. Though I know it's really not fair to the others. But right now, anything past this moment is the furthest thing from my mind. Again, this is her episode after all.
いや、綺麗だなって思って。
七夕の飾り付け、すごく豪華で綺麗だね。
違う違う。都のこと。
ありがとう。
Miyako's cheeks flush. She's in a yukata with her hair tied up. The change from her normal appearance makes her look more beautiful than usual. Honestly, and I've said this from the get-go, this whole game, I guess, just not including the parts where, there's a lot of killing and Yoichi being a little bitch, but this game is bright and colorful. And whenever I said that, that was around whenever we were meeting this lovely character right here. This is a good character. She is very, plain and she doesn't really have much going on, but she was able to shine a little bit here, and I do appreciate that. Did I read that last line? The change from her normal appearance makes her look more beautiful than usual. I could feel at the moment I laid eyes on her at the meetup spot. And while we were sitting next to each other on the train, I could feel my heart beating like crazy for her.
何か食べる？
ああ、少し歩こうか。
We lock fingers and slowly proceed, following the flow of people.
ここら辺だと一番規模大きいんだっけ？
お買い物するとき、どういうルートで回るか考えちゃう。
完全に主婦だもんな、都。
それ褒めてる？
褒めてる褒めてる。
絶対嘘。
She pouts her lips and squeezes my hand. Her pouty face quickly gives way, however, and we both smile at one another. Such a casual back and forth. Just being together is fun and puts me at ease.
なんか食べたいのとかある？
そうだな。たこ焼きとか。
いいね、外せないわ。
たこ焼き屋さんいっぱいあるね。どこも値段は同じくらいかな。
ぽいな。一番うまいところで買いたいな。
せっかくだしね。あとお祭りの定番だと
Oh,
焼き
you
そば
have to. That's a
そ
must.
れも外せないな。あとお好み焼きとかか？
I don't know about all that though.
見て、鶏皮餃子だって。
え、初めて見た。
他にも珍しい屋台あ
You
る
know,
の
I've
か
seen
な。
so many like
とりあえ
festivals
ず
like
大通り
this,
まっすぐ行
summer
って
festivals
物色し
happening
よう。
in anime, that I know I can correlate the food to what they look like that they're bringing up here, but I have no idea what they even taste like whatsoever. We keep walking straight and sample from any stalls that catch our eyes, giving our impressions after. That's all. That's all we're doing. But I wouldn't trade this moment for anything in the
で
world.
も久しぶりな気がする。
Miyako utters in a subdued tone. Yet I can hear her loud and clear amidst the hustle and bustle.
難しいことなんて何も考えずにかけるくんとの時間を。
Yeah, despite all the crazy bullshit in my mind, right?
いろいろあったしな。
かけるくんと恋人になれた後も亡くなった方がいるのに、まだ解決してないのに幸せになっ
Might
ていい
as
の
well in
か
this
な。
branch.
今でもそう思ってる。
She smiles and slowly shakes her head.
死んでしまった人、他の誰かのせいにして生きてはいけないなって、それが責任なんだと思う。
Yeah?
開き
No,
直り
that's about right.
とも言うかも。
She lets out a dry chuckle.
別の間の記憶をもらえなかったらこんな考え方絶対にできなかった。そう思うとちょっとずるいね。
俺だって同じ。別の枝の自分と、それとみんな。イギリスのこともそうだし、それに都とも付き合えなかっただろうな。
そう？
絶対そう。
で
Oh,
も
please
そうか
don't
も。
bring that up. Please don't
他
bring
の
that
枝
up.
では
I feel so fucking bad with that being brought up.
この話
That's like the huge downside of
しない
like
方がいい？
blending everything together here.
そこら辺の記憶、マジでないんだよな。
こんなに嫉妬深いんだって。かけるくんは私の彼氏って分かってるし、
Now
浮
we've
気なん
never
て
seen
絶
him
対な
cheat.
いって信じてる
Just
のに
different versions of himself
別の枝
going
で
for
は
different
っ
people.
て思うともうってなっちゃう。
I mean, could you argue that he has like a
今のムーってところ可愛かった。
もう
could you argue that he has like some like wacky and wild like
もう一回。
multiverse harem of some sort?
可愛い。
And can you really blame him? Like, do you think it's his fault for it? Our joined hands sway between us. Despite there being a lot of people around us, I feel a strange sensation. It's sort of like we're the only ones in the world.
何かが決まった？
まだだな。迷う。
迷っちゃうね。
ゆっくり決めよう。
そうだね。時間はたっぷりあるし。
Slowly we walk. Slowly time ticks away. The sound of festival music plays somewhere off in the distance. The warmth of Miyako's body is faint yet very apparent.
まだ全部終わったわけじゃないけれど、こんな時間がずっと続くといいな。
そうだな。ずっと一緒にいたい。
おじいちゃんとおばあちゃんになっても一緒にいたい。
Yeah, yeah, get a fucking room.
どうしたの？
いや、なんでもない。
気になる。
変なこと言いそうになって。
聞かせて。
Well, not yet. You have to say it. You brought it up.
俺より先に。
Oh. That's interesting.
かけるくんも私より先に死んじゃダメだよ。
この場合、
You have to die simultaneously now.
わかんない。
残したくないし、残されたくないし、難しいな。
一緒がいいね。 ずっとどんな時も
そうだな。一緒がいい。
長生きしようね。
ああ、絶対に。
絶対に。
Slowly we walk. Slowly time ticks away. We will move on. Sins, errors, everything we want to redo, we must come to accept and bear their weight. We will keep on living, always and together. So that was interesting and all, but like, okay, so I've got a question here. Yeah, okay, so I guess that just continues downward. That continues the branch because they couldn't have gone back up and installed their memories before this big event. Those are events that had to have happened, right? If you go back and install the memories, you basically create a new branch. We don't want to do that. We want to fully complete these good endings, I suppose. Is the episode 4 one actually the... Okay, it is. Okay. Yeah, we will go in order. So we will now go for episode 2, which, boy, oh boy, am I kind of not looking forward to for a variety of reasons. You know, incest and all. I was going to bring up one more thing, though. I kind of was getting confused with the whole Cujo thing where we were over here where she kind of saved the day against Yoichi and her full abilities came out and everything like that. And she was kind of bedridden. I was kind of thinking that happened here in the route we technically just finished, this one right here, which it may have happened because, well, she was aware of her abilities and everything was kind of syncing back up maybe. I don't know. That's where things get so goddamn confusing with everything that we have here. It was bad with Kakeru being the one, but then we had everybody kind of coming together in this big-ass showdown. So now everybody technically has some fucking memories that go across branches. It's a lot, and it's a little confusing. Everything is so simple to a degree, yet also so goddamn confusing. All right, where the fuck are we here? Where are we in this wacky-ass journey that was episode 2, which was a favorite for a lot of people? Boy, I wonder why.
終わった？大丈夫か？生きてるよね。あ、戦ってたのはこのお兄ちゃんじゃないのか。
Okay, yeah, wait.
すやすやだわ。ぐっすり寝てるわ。
Okay, so I brought this up in the previous video. So, everybody going back to the routes, because they basically just did a jump from the episode that they were in, their story, to episode 4's big showdown, the big climax of the series, and then they jumped back with their memories, right? Is that what Sora was kind of insinuating there?
お疲れ記念にもう一枚取っとくか。
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that's what she's kind of insinuating here. But then again, like, why are we installing memories into her if she's already aware?
おはよう。
Or maybe maybe memories were just being installed into us? I don't know. I guess the big question here is if that is actually the case where they retain their memories from the big fight, did that happen in our first go around? Or is that only after we actually went through it in the previous episode? I'm pretty sure it's the latter. It wasn't like that in our first go around.
あれ？目開けながら寝てる？
いや、起きてる。起きた。ちょっと整理するのに時間がかかった。
整理。
Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts to go through there.
覚えてる？
ありがとな。来てくれて。
あ、覚えてるのか。あ、頑張ったね、お兄ちゃん。お疲れ様。
Yeah, 100% seems to be the case. Sora gently pats my head. It's an act that makes me so bashful that I almost shake her hand off. But the comfort wins me over as I close my eyes and give in to her.
もう心配ないんだよね。
ああ。イーリスは倒した。
この枝の あの人はお兄ちゃんの友達か？
Yeah, they both now know. I mean, Yoichi's identity, that was still a secret here in episode
大
2.
丈夫なはず。
They're really
Yoichi
not going to do
won't
anything with
know.
Yoichi, are they? In any of these little branches that we're going to here to fully close out,
これでゆっくり
they're not going to do anything
休め
with
るね
Yoichi.
あ
I'm going to continue to bitch about that because they
So-
really did him dirty.
気兼ねなく寝られ
They
る。
did not do his character right. Slowly, I sit up in
目
bed.
が冴えた。
起きる？
起きる。写真撮られるし。
取らないし。
慌てすぎだろ。
そこはさ、気づいててもさ、黙っておいてくれないかな。
趣味か
No,
ど
we
う
gotta
か
call
知
you
らん
out
け
on
ど
it.
いい加減やめとけよ。普通にキモいぞ。
キモ。おい、ライン超えたぞ今。冗談のライ
声でけえよ。時間考えろ。
ンを。おい、すみません。
Yeah, what time is it?
腹減った。なんかあったっけ？
私もめっちゃ減ってる。カップ麺あったよね。
食うか？
うわー、太る。こんな時間に食べたら太る。
じゃあ俺だけ食うわ。
食います。私も食います。
It's a special occasion. You know, seeing the side of Sora again after, so long. I mean, Sora is Sora. All these characters are the same at the end of the day. It's just that we weren't really seeing their real sides until, we got close to them. And that is most definitely more apparent with all the other characters. But Sora, I mean, there's a reason why she's kind of stored her other side away. I stand up, turn on the lights, and walk into the kitchen.
私これ、シーフード。
俺うどんにしよう。
やっといてあげる。あっち行ってていいよ。
ありがとう。頼むわ。
I leave the prep to Sora and go back to the living room. I consider watching a video or something, but I'm too lazy to turn on my computer, so I space out and wait.
あと3分。
ありがとう。
あ、違う。22の5分。
ああ、そっか。
The two of us wait, staring vacantly without really talking. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot to think
時
about.
間計ってる？
測ってない。
もういっか。いけるでしょ。
食うか。
いや、そっちはさすがに早いって。
待てね
わかる。いただきます。
え。いただきます。
You gotta wait for that shit to actually fully cook. Hold on now. I clasp my hands and pick up the chopsticks, sitting atop the lid.
うめ。悪魔的なうまさ。
まだ硬いわ。
そりゃそうでしょうよ。
でも食えるからいいや。
なんだっけ、同調？私大したことしてないけど、めちゃくちゃお腹空いてる。
俺は記憶もらっただけだからな。しかもちょっと曖昧だし。
Well, especially for you.
そうなの？
ああ。多分、知らなくていいってことなんだろうな。
そっか。あのさ、全部じゃないけど、大体のことは把握できてるんだけどさ、
Yeah, don't tell
気に
me.
なることがあ
Don't
るんだ
tell
よ
me,
ね。
please.
なんだっけ、減退？
Oh, okay.
なんであの人だった
I
の？
was gonna say, she's gonna bring up, like, you were dating the others in the other branches.
あの人？
ゴースト。
ああ、レナか。
そうそう、ルナちゃん。
レナな。レナ。
名前はどうでもいいけど、なんでよりによってあの見た目なの？ニーに殺されかけてるのに。
ああ。まあ、そうだな。この枝では。
なんだ好みか。
陽一と同じ顔じゃねえか。
ホモか。
ちげえよ、ふざけんな。
No, he just didn't think of
初め
anybody
て使っ
else.
た時、
Yeah.
考えてる余裕がなかったんだよ。
He
新
just
しい
used
姿とか。
a,
だから
he
あ
used
の
the
まま使って
template.
ら。
he used something pre-existing in
2
his
回
mind
目に使っ
already.
た時も同じ。切羽詰まってたから服の色とか変えるのが精一杯だった。でイメージが固まっちまったからそのまま使ってる。
Yeah, same attitude and everything as well.
いろいろあったのは事実だし納得いかないなら別の姿を考えておく。
完全に味方なんだよね。
それはうん間違いない。
じゃあいいよ。ニーヤンが嫌じゃないならいや
なんだよ。
だからさ、減退だったんだなーって。この枝のもそうなんでしょ？
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So around this time, I actually also forgot about this in, I think, episode 3 and 4, that here at the end of episode 2, he was kind of going through a bit of like a guilt trip. He was thinking that he killed somebody. And that really fucked him up. Really interesting how things went over in episode 4 after all that, huh?
だな。余一の減退だった。
よかった。お兄ちゃん悩んでたから。人間じゃなくてよかった。
だな。
The me in this branch did not know that Ghost was an illusory body. I ended up killing her, or so I thought. But that's not what happened. Oh, well, when we have that fucking, like, picture, yeah, I'd be having nightmares too. Now I know Ghost didn't destroy herself. She would have been outed as an illusory body if she had disappeared in the flames. That's why she turned herself to stone, in order to die as the Evil Eye's user to convince us that she was a human being. It was a diversionary tactic that was set up by Yoichi. He used Ghost to do the same thing in this branch that he did to Takamine in the other branch. And I remember Ghost's final words, "Now you're a murderer too." Those words sank in and settled in the back of my mind, eating away at me. Well, I've got another one for you guys. So what? It's an illusory body, but it's somebody that looks human. So let's say that you're fighting, a bad guy or whatever. Let's say, you're a star in a shonen anime or whatever. Whatever you have going on in your life, right? And you have to kill somebody that looks, speaks, breathes everything human, but they're not. They're not human. They're not really even real. Not necessarily a figment of your imagination, straight up like an illusory body. Once you defeat them, they vanish away. But wouldn't that also be like putting in your mind that you're willing to kill somebody as if they were a human? It's a little back and forth. I'm definitely going to say here that Kakeru in episode 2 at the very least, and episode 1, and I suppose episode 3 as well, he's not a murderer. In episode 4, he definitely he has some run-ins with Yoichi, but in this episode, he definitely would not, go that direction. I wouldn't say so, at least, but it's an interesting argument to have. I didn't have to worry after all. I can't help but let out a dry chuckle and reflect on that fact, or on the fast one that she pulled on me. I feel like a huge weight is off my shoulders. I really do, but not every issue has been resolved. Are you sure about that? How's Takamine doing in this episode, I slurp up my udon. Sora's feelings. Actually, wait, did we use the ambrosia on him? I don't remember. I accepted her feelings because I was horribly unsettled. I felt helpless and craved warmth to comfort me. I couldn't keep myself together if I hadn't clung to them. In more concise words, I wound up using Sora's feelings. I feel guilt. I don't know what I should have done even now that I've regained my composure. But I do know that there is one thing I need to do from this point forward. I need to take responsibility. Not as an older brother, but as a man.
なあ。俺とお前のことだけど。
なんか重い話しようとしてる。
Oh boy.
してる。
急だな、おい。なんすか。全部忘れろとか言われたら泣くけど。
言わない。
よかった。じゃあ、これからもこのままでってことね。
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
このままってわけにはいかないだろう。
Yes, we're unraveling the incest arc.
だから待て、違うって。逆だ。多分逆のことを言う。
はい。
だからさ、俺たちはその
Yes.
兄弟の
Yes, you are.
ちょっと
As far as I can tell. I'm pretty sure the blood runs about the same in both of
普通
you.
の兄弟じゃなくなったわけじゃん。
はい。ですね。はい。私が強引に迫ったので。
俺も受け入れたわけだろ。だから。
What the fuck are you trying to say, man? Because I don't even know. I really don't.
はい。
普通の兄弟じゃ
Oh
な
my
くて。
god, no. No, it's going back.
俺たちはこれから
あ、待った、わかった、それ以上言うな。
She cuts off my sentence, waving her arms in an exaggerated manner.
なんでだよ、言わせろよ。
恋人になろうとか言おうとしただろ。
Yeah, a little bit.
したよ。言わせろよ。
言うな。どうでもいいわ、そんなの。
はあ？だってお前が恋人にしてって。
言いましたけど、違うんだよな。わかんねえかな。
No.
はあ？なんなんだよお前。
兄やん。
もう
確かにね、将来の夢はお兄ちゃんのお嫁さんでしたよ。
だから俺は。
待て聞いて、最後までちゃんと聞いて。
うん。
なぜランクを下げねばならんのか。
は？ランク？
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about now.
恋人ってさ、他人同士が口約束でなる関係でしょ。今日から恋人ねって。
まあ。
Oh, is she saying that brother and sister is like a higher rank than
でさ、
husband and wife?
夫婦っていうのは一種の契約じゃん。
Are we
婚姻届
ranking
を出して
relationships all
家
of a
族にな
sudden?
る契約をするわけじゃん。
お前すっげえドライな恋愛観というか結婚観持ってるな。
いや、そうじゃん。ドライかもしれないけど、そうじゃん。口約束と契約じゃん。
そうかもな。
でさ、恋人と夫婦って別れる可能性があるわけじゃん。約束と契約をなかったことにして他人に戻れるわけじゃん。
Yes.
でも兄弟はどうです？
Okay, in my opinion, and this is my stupid ass opinion, I truly believe that you can kind of end a family relationship. Sure, like the technicality of it is no, family is quite literally forever. Like again, the blood will run the same no matter what at the end. You guys are, cut from the same whatever, right? But you can still cut off family members from your life, never speak to them again, and never refer to them as family. That is something you can do.
どうですって。何が？
わかるでしょ、話の流れで。兄弟は別れられないでしょ。血のつながりがある限り兄弟でしょ。でね、私思ったわけよ。あれ？恋人や夫婦って関係より
This
兄と
woman
妹
has
って関
insane
係の
problems.
方がとね。
Ah, god damn, no.
めっちゃ首かしげてますけ
She
れども。
is such a problem.
ランクの下りが唐突すぎてよくわからん。
いや、もういいよ、めんどくせえな。とにかくいろいろ考えた結果、恋人とかどうでもいいやってなったの。恋人なんて誰でもなれるじゃん。でも新見かけるの妹は未来永劫あたしだけじゃん。
That was gonna happen in any route.
あたしはお兄ちゃんの妹でいたいの。これからもずっと永遠に死ぬまで。
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't changing in any other
恋人
route that we're
な
going
ん
in
て不確かな
here.
関係いらんのですよ。お分かり？
わかった。もう言わない。
What a pain.
今までもこれからも。お前は俺の妹だ。
ん？
なんで首かしげた？
今までもこれからもっておかしくない？
は？
今まではただの妹。これからは恋人的なこともする妹でしょ？
Let's just stick with the former, please.
恋人じゃないのに恋人的なことするの？
いやだからもう伝わらないな。恋人は嫌なの。恋人になった瞬間別れるって可能性が生まれるから。ありえないとしても嫌なの。そんな可能性が存在することが。だから恋人的なことはしたいけど恋人は嫌なの。妹のままがいいの。妹のまま恋人として扱ってほしいの。妹でありつつも女として見てほしいの。お分かりか？
No.
めんどくせえ
I
な。
don't understand shit coming out of this person's mouth.
物心ついた瞬間から私はめんどくさいよ。嬉しいとは思うけどさ。
She wants more certainty.
なんかな。
She wants what comes with, a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, but she wants the certainty of something that's always
関
permanent.
係性を失うのが怖いのかも。せっかくさ、兄と妹のままでこう。
Has that already happened here? I don't remember.
だから兄弟のままで私はいろいろしたい。いろいろ男と女ですることをこれからも。
恥じらいとかないのお前。
性癖バレちゃったので無敵です。
Uh-huh.
今日撮った写真消しとけよ。
あ、消すわけないじゃん。すでにバックアップまで取ってありますよ。
Oh, they are on the iCloud
ストーカ
for
ーじゃん
sure.
怖いわ。
うるせえよ、食えよ。食ってさっさと寝ろ。
お前が先に寝ろ。もう写真は撮らせね
わかったわかった。後で私のおっぱいの写真あげるから。
I don't really think that.
え。うん。
Yeah, I was gonna say like
いらねえよ。
that's not needed.
悩むなよ。
It's not requested upon.
うるせえ食え。
はいはい、食べます食べます。まだやること残ってるんだよね。
アーティファクトを全部回収しないとな。
私もう力ないんだけど。
Oh yeah,
そばにいてくれればいい。
I forgot. Yeah, we had to get rid of her powers because she was self-destructing. How could I miss that very important plot point, honestly? I guess it's been a while since we've touched episode 2. All right. Our daily lives have returned. However, that doesn't mean that everything is back to normal. Yoichi gave Sophie all of his artifacts and disappeared. God damn it. I'm going to keep on bringing this up, and you guys are going to get really annoyed of it, I know. But they were really not going to do anything with Yoichi. They're really not, are they? What a fucking disappointment. I'll save my thoughts for the end, honestly, because there's so much confusion that comes with this entire series, with the direction they went. And you know what? It's unique, don't get me wrong. And again, I'll cover everything whenever I state my final thoughts on 9 here. But yeah, would have been cool if one of the antagonists, probably the one that meant a little bit more to the, protagonist here, to like have some sort of proper like story behind him, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, my guess, we probably won't see him ever again. Yeah, god damn it. There are people who ended up dying. Everything won't go back to how it was. We need to recover all the artifacts to prevent any more tragedies from coming to fruition. I need to discuss how we should proceed with the others before long, but before that, there's something I have to do. There he is. There's Takamine.
高峰、
I hail Takamine at the school gates.
君は
話がある。少し時間をくれないか。
いいだろ
I've already said how much of this guy's a fucking idiot. The thing is, like, I still want to feel for him in a lot of ways, but he has been so problematic for so many different reasons all the way to the very end, and it's got himself screwed up. We take things to the park. Takamine sits on the bench while I stand and face him.
話とは何だ。
そういえば名前言ってなかったよな。
新見かけるだろ。余一から聞いている。
余一とはあったか。あれから。
いや、
そうか。
そんなことを聞きたかったのか。
違う。ゴーストのことだ。
その名を聞くことになるとはな。彼女を殺した。
Okay, but you
君
knew.
の口から。
You knew. He had to have known that she was
別に
an
殺され
illusory
ちゃい
body.
ねえよ。
Or maybe he didn't. Takamine flinches from witnessing Ghost. Well, actually, Lena suddenly showing up.
あの時、珍しく感情的になっていたから。だから話しておきたかった。ゴーストは人じゃなかった。アーティファクトで生み出した原体。分身だ。
So, did he ever... He had to have known about Yoichi, right? He had to have known that Yoichi was the true mastermind.
ずっと君が自作自演していたというわけではなさそうだな。
姿は同じだが、あのゴーストと俺は別物だ。契約者が違う。
ゴーストと契約していたのは余一か。
やっぱり気づいてたか。
容姿がこれほど似ていればな。余一と何らかのつな
Okay,
が
so
りが
he
あると
knew
は。
indirectly.
だから協力していた。
その
契約者が死なねえ限り俺も死なねえよ。
安心したよ。ゴーストのことが気がかりだった。
Yeah, glad you were able to get proper closure
教
here.
えてくれて感謝する。
いや、
And I guess we got a little bit of information that kind of like fills in just like a curiosity gap.
私か問題はない。
Okay, so his powers were taken
力は
away.
失ったがな。
He did get hit with the ambrosia.
それなんだけど、
I pull out a test tube-like container from my bag.
それは
休眠中のアーティファクト。高峰の。
闇ガラスか。
ああ。ちゃっかりソフィーが回収してた。返すよ。
なんだと。
ただ条件がある。
Yeah, don't trust this guy, honestly.
俺たちはアーティファクトを回収しなきゃ
Like,
いけ
more
ない。
help the merrier, but
こっ
like,
ちの世界に残っ
this
てる
guy
や
is
つを
such a fucking problem.
それで
手伝ってくれないか。
本気で言っているのか。私たちは敵だぞ。
お前は余市に付き合ってただけだろ。その余市は手を引いた。俺たちが敵対する理由はもうないよ。
ゴーストもエンプレスも今や君の味方だ。気づいてみれば
The thing is
ビ
that
グ
he
ベー
always,
ダは私だけか。
it was only him that had this goal that he wanted users to be able to control the world. Like, that's kind of what he wanted. He didn't want a situation where users would be underneath humans, just regular people. He thought that they needed to be above.
事実上の壊滅だな。確かに戦う理
He
由
was
など
really the only
もう
person
ない
who
か。
wanted that goal.
ご
that
ちゃ
really
ごちゃ
followed
言っ
it.
てねえでさっさと決めろよ。手伝わねえならこのアーティファクトは大将が使う。
譲るのもやぶさかではないが。
Takamine stands up and takes the artifact.
手を貸そう。
ありがとう。助かる。
ゴーストも余市も無事であるなら君を拒む理由もない。
Well, who the fuck knows where Yoichi is and what he's up
私と
to.
闇ガラスの力。
連絡先教えてもらっていいか。リングやってるよな。
ああ、
He pulls out his cell phone and we swap IDs.
ありがとう。みんなと顔合わせも必要だろうし、そのうち連絡する。
了解した。話は以上かな。
ああ、終わり。ああ、いや。最後に一つだけ聞いていいか。
ああ、
ゴーストから力を分けてもらっていたよな。
その通りだ。もう使えないが。
どうやって。
Yeah, how did that go down actually? Because that did happen. That did actually happen. His eye actually glowed with the stigma.
力を得られる薬というのを渡
And
され
that's
た。
not where his stigma glows, is it? I don't remember where his shit glows, but okay. All right.
薬。
ああ、詳しい成分などは知らん。
Medicine. I'm pretty sure she made him drink her blood. As for why Yoichi made Takamine a familiar, I have my suspicions. Did he want to test the process out after hearing about it from Iris? Yoichi works via curiosity, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. But this is what I think. I think Yoichi actually trusted Takamine and considered him a friend. Although I'm sure Yoichi himself would deny that.
よくわ
And what
から
are
ん
we to
薬を
Yoichi all the way to the
飲む
end,
か
huh?
ね普通
Or at any point, honestly, before we became rivals at the very end, what were Kakeru and Yoichi before shit really hit the fan? What were they really?
力を得られるのであれば飲むさ。
ああ、お前はそうかもな。
もういいか。
ああ、ありがとう。
では失礼するとしよう。またな。新見かけるよ。
That was interesting because, yeah, I mean, we didn't really need to know that information, like how Takabine was set up basically in episode 2 and 3. But it's interesting, you know? It's nice to know how things were originally set up for Rig Veda. It's not crucial information, but it does help fill in the little gaps that, you know, we'll try to make this a complete story. With a smug smile, Takamine turns around and walks away.
いいのかよ。また必要になったら呼んでくれ。
ああ、またな。
Really, just tying up all the loose ends, aren't we? It's kind of sad because that does mean we're slowly but surely getting to the end. Lena withdraws and I take a seat on the bench. That was actually Ghost. Like, that was the Ghost sprite. I think Lena had darker clothes and blue eyes. Well, I've managed to bring Takamine over to our team in this branch too. It seems like there's no more hard feelings either. Yeah, hopefully. All that's left is collecting the artifacts. Once we do, it's all over. All of it at long last. Yeah, but will anything happen here? Probably not. I mean, nothing really happened in the episode 1 branch that we revisited, so I don't think anything too crazy is going to happen here. But I feel like we're accomplishing a little bit more here. Episode 1 that we just revisited, that was more so just kind of like cementing that everything is good now with Kujo. And, well, she's satisfied with, I guess, everything to a point. I mean, it's a very imperfect branch. A lot more imperfect than this one because in that one, Takamine is dead, but they're willing to move on. They know what's, happened. No more bad will come to that branch. Everything should be okay. Here, we're getting a little bit more information. Not too much more. Again, it's stuff that we really didn't need, but nice to have. I don't know what to expect here as we revisit episode 2 for a little bit, but these don't seem to be very long either. So at this rate, it'll only be a few more recording sessions left for 9, which is, it's a little sad when you think about it. Well, anyways, thank you all for watching this one. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.